Good morning once again, and welcome to the Haven Financial Group radio show. We appreciate you listening. At any point, if you want to give us a call, 612-504-8400, havenfinancialgroup.com online, all our classes, check us out. We have a very interactive website, all kinds of information, valuable information, or simply just come to our class. We got Rachelle Kallevig, yes, same last name as me, almost 30 years this year. Have a great role model, actually. Just shout out to my parents, Wendell and Carol Kallevig, who just had their 58th anniversary. So let's just say I got good role models, and thank you for that, Mom and Dad. But again, talking about Haven, who we are, what we stand for, and, the Haven legacy, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's talk about first off, let's just talk about what you hope the legacy of Haven Financial Group is. And each of you, I'm sure, has maybe a different idea. Why don't you guys give me an idea of what you hope that is?
Well, I would say the Haven legacy is a great reputation, a reputation from customer service to friendliness to helpfulness, to ethics and more, all the things that should be part of a company's DNA, if you will. People do ask me, well, what happens if you're not here? Well, guess what? There's many personalities that'll be here. Will family, will my daughter come back or my daughters get into this? Maybe time will tell. If the listener out there is wondering, well, how old is Larry? I'm 56. Now you know. My mom and dad still crop farm at 81 and 78. So, I don't have any time frame, but I do know at the end of the day, we want to continue Haven. We want to grow Haven. And we're succeeding in that because of all the folks that we get to sit down with. It's just wonderful people. It started out with mostly baby boomers, but now it's really any generation. And it's never too early to start. So again, start now. Give us a call.
Mm-hmm. And Rachelle, how about you? What do you hope the legacy of Haven Financial Group is?
I would say continue to grow and make sure we have exceptional customer service, always having an ear to hear and understanding who our clients are, what their needs are, continuing to educate for people like me where, the financial is not my natural. And so that's his natural. But for me, I came from the spa industry. So people like me to continue to educate so we can get as much as we want. But I also think it's important to make sure that we talk about our client events, customer service, but also we have to produce. We got to make sure that people's money that they have with us does well, is making money. So we have to do right by growing their assets too. So I think I would want that legacy to be part of the Haven Financial Group.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I could add, we do investments, but we're not just an investment firm. We have the everything approach. Yeah, quite a few years to get that, but it's why we know the importance of estate planning. When people think estate planning is, just a will. Well, maybe that is appropriate, but we got great legal partners with Carrie, Keith, and Lexi at Provision Law. We work very closely with them, making sure that you have an estate plan. We also do the taxes and the Medicare, all those retirement puzzle pieces. And if maybe, I think it was the last show we talked about annuities. By the way, shout out to our annuity X-ray. If you have an annuity, get it reviewed. Just like all your other stuff should get reviewed. We always say that retirement is more than a meeting once a year for 45 minutes to an hour. You can't cover all of these important retirement topics in that amount of time. And there really should not be a quota as to how many times you can come in. The more times you get the information, you have a conversation, the more confident you get that whoever's working for you, and that's what we're doing, is, paying attention. They're keeping you informed because, just when you figure things out, then they change the rules on a variety of things. So again, there's the emotion behind all of this. And a part of ours is helping people manage that emotion. When people talk about money, so oftentimes they get emotional and they worry. And that's what we're trying to calm is some of these retirement fears that are real. And, listeners deserve the attention. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, sure. Well, I think one of the phrases that we've used a lot here on the radio is partnership. People need a partner who has the answers to some of the questions. And Larry, I think you've said in the past, being a partner to your clients is very important to you.
It is a partnership. It's a partnership when we're dealing with folks, individuals or couples now. And that partnership continues because unfortunately, the more years I do this, the more mom and dad pass away. Now kids have to make educated decisions, or at least we hope they're educated. And we have the ability to help the kids now. And we want to continue this down, not from just the older generation to the younger generation, to make sure, there's a lot of wealth that's going to be transferred from the baby boomer and that generation, that they do it in the proper manner, avoiding and minimizing taxes, avoiding anything that can be avoided by planning. But the problem is most people aren't doing that plan and make decisions that end up costing them from a tax perspective, from an estate tax, whatever it is. Okay. These are the things we want to continue at Haven Financial Group and are so near and dear to our heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Larry, too, I want to be honest and we want to be transparent. And this is something that you do talk about. If people don't know how much they're paying for these kinds of services, then they have a problem. Now, you're transparent about it. I mean, you come, and if you partner, obviously you guys are going to need to get paid, but you're upfront about this and you're clear about it, correct?
Transparency should be expected today. Yet I ask the question, what are you paying your guy or gal to manage your money? Now, if you're doing it yourself, that's fine. Remember, I said we have a backup plan for your spouse. The answer I get 80% of the time, might be surprising to you, maybe not, is, Larry, that's a really good question. We have no idea, which is shocking to me. It's not really shocking because I've heard it so many times, but you should know what you're paying because it's affecting your bottom line. Nothing is free. Most of our clients manage money as 1% annually. Okay. I can tell you that a lot of folks are, if they're with some of these companies that I won't mention, they're paying 2 to 3% all in. Well, I'll tell you, 1 to 2% on X amount of dollars compounded over time is a big number. Higher cost does not mean higher returns. We're very transparent. You sit down with our estate planning attorneys, there's no cost for a consultation. They'll give you a roadmap. Here's how much it costs. You can go interview as many attorneys as you want, or to move forward, it's this much. Clients don't pay anymore to have tax planning. It's included. Now, for tax preparation, there is a charge for tax preparation. I think Lance starts at a base of $300, but there's no cost for tax planning. Any insurance discussions or talks with Isabella or Glenn or whomever, there's no cost for that. It's typical insurance companies. And by the way, we have all of them to choose from. Our job is to find what matches your situation the best. You don't pay any more for that. So Medicare, any of these things, when in doubt, ask questions. People are scared to ask the questions. You should know what you're paying. And then what value are you getting? Is it that one meeting a year? Just this, another stigma in the industry. Wow, I haven't talked to my guy or gal in 2 or 3 years. I don't even know what they're doing. Well, probably not the attention you deserve, especially for what you're paying. So nothing's free, not at all. But ask us the question. We'll give you the answer. Whether you like it or not, we're going to give you the answer.
Absolutely. Well, this has been a fun show because, again, as I said off the top of the show, I think it's absolutely imperative that people know the two of you and how the two of you got here today, because it tells the story of Haven Financial, which is so important to people as they walk through the door. So, Rachelle, I'm going to give you a final word. What would you like people to know about the two of you and about the business?
We're very grateful. We're very grateful that we've been blessed with this business. We've been blessed with the greatest team. It's not a Larry and Rachelle show. It's not a Larry show. We have great people in this office, and the office isn't dependent on one man. And I think that's also really important. So we get to work with great people, and we're just very thankful, very appreciative of our clients and people trusting us with their assets and their hard-earned money. And for the do-it-yourselfers that do services, but maybe not even the finances, I appreciate the opportunity that they can do some things with us and not all the things until the timing is right. So I just think I'm very thankful for all of it.
Great. And Larry, how about you, my friend?
Well, if you're listening today, you know a little bit more about us. But if you're listening and say, well, I hardly have anything. I don't even know if I have a plan. I'm younger. You got to start somewhere to get somewhere. Maybe you're retired. Maybe you're well into retirement. Maybe you haven't had things reviewed. You don't know what you're paying. There's not the coordination of all these retirement topics that there probably should be, but that can change. And it changes with a conversation. We'd love to visit more with you, and we appreciate you listening each and every week. Feel free to give us a call at 612-504-8400 or visit us online. We appreciate Rachelle. She makes me sound better on the radio. We appreciate her being on with us today. And Kim, always good to be with you, and we'll see you next week.